Welcome to episode 29 of the Frenemies podcast. If you're listening to on Spotify, if you're listening to your podcast on, this is a special episode. Our very first video episode that we're going on YouTube. This has been in the works for a long time. We're finally doing it. Round of applause for ourselves. Great job, great job. Shout out to Hayes, who is our technical producer, is that what we're calling him? He basically did all this for us, so thanks to him. All right. Talking football?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which game do you want to start with? Chiefs?
Yeah. Let's go in order. Chiefs-Bengals.
All right. Chiefs-Bengals. I went 0-2 my playoff picks, which is just classic
quote unquote,
for me.
I am a different breed in the playoffs.
Yeah, you know.
I'm right with you, buddy.
I don't have. It is what it is. I'm awful at picking NFL games. Just never going to change.
This is not the year.
It's been really bad. But so the Chiefs had 24 points at half, 21 points at half.
21 to, what was it, 3?
10.
21-10 at half.
21-10 at half.
21-10.
Yep.
And they scored 3 more points in the entire game.
Yeah,
Correct.
including overtime.
I like to give an apology, public apology to the Bengals defense. I think I undercredited how good they actually were. They played phenomenal. I've never seen Patrick Mahomes. Carter, what's that reaction?
I can't. Oh my god!
I mean,
I can't
true.
wait to hear his. I already know it. It's so,
I mean,
it's so
Should I just
See,
go?
here's the thing.
It's
When
so bad.
I'm
just
wrong,
go?
I always admit fault. I want to say I'm a responsibility person. I was around the Bengals defense. They played splendid. But I'm just...
Splendid.
Yeah, it's a weird word, but they played great. I don't understand if Patrick Mahomes is he's such an amazing quarterback. He couldn't make simple throws.
Would you say that last
He was
drive,
missing
too?
easy reads.
They had the ball on, where was it? The 7?
Inside the 10.
Yeah, it was inside
And
the
they
10.
ended at like the 25-yard line.
It was legit almost out of field goal range.
And if Hubbard gets on that ball, if Creed Humphrey isn't running back because he misses a blocker, the Bengals get the ball there.
It was a 49-yarder. It went from like...
On first and
it went
goal.
from like a 20-yarder to a 49-yarder, and it was all because of Patrick Mahomes. That not the line's fault at all. Not the line's fault at all. He had receivers open. If you actually go back and watch the play, he had receivers open.
It started when Mahomes threw the ball to Tyreek Hill they're trying to get a touchdown before
Right
half.
before the half.
They didn't get
Momentum
any
change.
points. They lost 3 points, and I believe if they would have just kicked the field goal, made it that would have been a 3-score game at that point, right?
What about 28-10?
Then I think it's game.
The
24-10.
Bengals aren't coming back from that. If they kick the field goal 24-10, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question then. Are we... did the Bengals win the game?
Oh my
or
God.
did the
Say
Chiefs-
what you told
or
me in the
did
team.
Chiefs
Say what
lose
you told me
the
in the team of the day after.
The Chiefs lost the game.
You said that about the Titans game, too.
No,
What?
say
The Titans
elaborate on
game,
that.
the
He
Titans
said-
game
he
was
said-
deliberate. This is worse. The Chiefs had more total yards. They had more passing yards. They had more rushing yards. They had more yards per play. They had more first downs. They were 1% less on third down efficiency. The only thing they lost in was penalty. They even had less penalty yards. The only thing they lost in was interceptions and time of possession.
So,
and
Carter,
sacks.
let me ask you. When are you going to give the Bengals the credit they deserve? Because they're in the Super Bowl.
no,
Because
no,
the
no,
Titans
no,
game,
no,
go
no,
back to our last
no,
episode.
no.
So
You
Titans
specifically
game,
said the Bengals don't deserve to be here.
the Titans game, you said
You
the
said
Bengals
that.
didn't deserve to win. And then the Chiefs game, you just now said the Bengals didn't deserve to win.
They,
last week, you said the Bengals
they
don't
have
deserve
the,
to be
They
where they
have
are.
the talent to be in this game, yes. But if we're looking at the exact games they played, they shouldn't have won those individual games.
They've won all
Carter,
three of them,
Carter,
though.
But they shouldn't have.
They
is
should
what I'm
have.
saying.
They
the
were the
other
better
team
team.
lost the game.
You can't keep saying that about
I don't
them.
know if they were the better team. I think the Chiefs are a better team than the Bengals.
I agree with that, but the Bengals played better than them that day.
Yes, correct. Correct.
Carter,
Any
Carter,
given Sunday, Carter.
Correct.
Carter,
Any given Sunday.
I'm always trying to be in your corner because we're kind of like we're the two worst NFL pickers on the podcast. So I always try to protect you, and you try to protect me. So I was with you. I was with you last week. I understood where you're coming from. Watching this game, just watching the second half alone, who dominated the second half?
The Chiefs look worse to me than the Bengals look good.
Who dominated the second half?
I mean, I guess Joe Burrow, but it looked
No, the
dominant
Bengals.
because of
Bengals-
Patrick
The Bengals
Mahomes.
defense
General.
dominated the
The
second
Bengals
half.
defense dominated, and Joe Burrow's making
I would
great
say
throws.
it was more of poor decision making and poor play on Patrick Mahomes.
See, no, I can't agree with that at all. The Bengals defense is playing phenomenal.
Yes, but
They took
still,
away
Patrick
they
Mahomes
took away
was supposed
Kelsey,
to be the
and they
GOAT,
took away
he
Hill.
did not play well.
I actually thought the Bengals came in with one of the best game plans I've seen in a long time.
I mean,
I mean-
it's a comparison to like the Falcons Patriots Super Bowl. Did the Falcons win that game, or did the Patriots win that game, or the Falcons lose it?
See, again,
Carter, I
we
don't
argue this in the
love
team.
these
I think
questions.
the Patriots won that game.
They did.
The Patriots came
How
back,
did
heroic
they win
comeback,
that
and won the
game?
game.
They outscored them. They had more turnovers. It's very simple.
Yeah,
very
I know,
simple.
I don't know. And like, if the Buccaneers would have beat the Rams, I would have said the Bucs won that game.
I'd
The
agree
Rams
with
didn't
you.
Lose it. I think that comeback is bigger than the team actually. Yes, I get what you're saying. I get what you're trying to say. The team that had a really big lead blew it, but that comeback is more impressive.
If you just watch the first half alone, the Chiefs look like the Bengals shouldn't even belong on the field. The same.
Okay, and if you watch the second half,
Yeah.
it looked like the Chiefs shouldn't have belonged on the field, Carter.
Carter, I think you can only make that point if the quarterback,
saying,
quarterback,
Jack. Like,
or if a certain position plays so poorly that it outdoes the rest of the other person's
Patrick
work.
Mahomes played that bad. That's what I'm saying.
But I don't think he didn't even play that bad. It's the fact that the Bengals shut him down. It wasn't like Patrick Mahomes missing wide open throws like Tannehill was, or making bad decisions. It was basically
Like Hunter just said,
Mahomes.
he took a sack. Like, how do you
he
take
made
that
some
sack?
boneheaded.
He made
decisions.
some boneheaded decisions, but the overall part was the Bengals'
Yes,
defense
I
played
agree with
phenomenal.
that. I completely agree with that.
The coverage in the second half was fantastic.
And the play before the half was a terrible, not terrible play. I guess
that was a
it
terrible play call. They
call.
should have taken their 3.
Wrong. I would have gone for it too. They were up 21-3.
But not that,
That
play.
would
but not
legit
the
end the
play.
game. I think.
But that not that play.
Yeah, no, I would have went
Play
for
call's
it, but
bad.
different
Yeah,
play.
yeah. And
That's what I'm saying.
Why did they stop
That's what
feeding?
I'm saying right there.
Some of this on Andy Reid, I think a little bit too. Why did they stop feeding Jerick McKinnon? He was averaging 6 yards a carry in the first half, and he legit didn't touch the ball in the second half.
Andy Reid confused me because I feel like he always gets so close, and then he finally gets there and he just goes away from what was working. Because he did the same thing in Philadelphia when he had Donovan McNabb. Same thing. They get to the conference championship every year. Like, didn't he have 4 consecutive NFC championships with the Eagles with Donovan McNabb?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many Super Bowls? 1? 0?
One. I think
That's it.
I think.
He just, whenever he gets there, he always kind of falls apart at the end because he goes away from what works.
I think
The same thing against the Bengals.
they're such a rhythm-based offense. If the Chiefs are in the
Yeah.
rhythm, they look great. Like once the passing game stopped, they're not gonna be able to run the ball on someone.
But they were.
They worked
First half, they were.
because the passing game was working. And
But
the RPOs were there, and they were able to get through an offense. Usually on first down, they'll pass it. They'll get to second and short, and then they'll just run the ball. And they'll get
Jerick
rhythm
McKinnon
running
was
the
legit
ball.
impressive. Like they had a great combo going, pass run game. Like it was fairly even. Both would. I mean, they were just dominating the first half. I don't know why they stopped, because they had the lead too. They had the lead. I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I know. I get it. I get your point. I just still think the Bengals did more to win the game.
Okay. I disagree. But I'm also not saying the Bengals aren't a terrible team.
And I would like to say
Can we all?
They do have enough talent to be
I think
here.
me and Hunter are saying the same thing. You can go first.
no, it's different. I almost correctly predicted the score right. I was so close.
Okay, you're just patting yourself.
I was so close. I could have made so much money if I was just.
well, no, if
What
you
was
got
your
it right,
score?
you could
What
have.
was your score?
I got the Super Bowl.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah.
That's insane.
That's impressive.
Good for me.
For those wondering, the final score was 27-24. On our last episode, Hunter predicted the final score would be 28-24 Bengals.
All right. Anyway, Miller, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was just going to bring up, this is a point Jack's brought up multiple times, and I think we just have to talk about it again. Zach Taylor Jackson.
Yeah,
Now, I've actually seen
Thank
other
you.
TikTok people that are
Thank
pretty
you.
well known also question Zach Taylor's coaching. Now, he could still be a bad coach. He still could be. But
I don't think he's bad.
just off the work that he has, his resume right now, there's no way that you can say he's a bad coach.
He's average.
I completely agree. He's not a bad coach. I just don't think he's as good as a coach as people are making him out to be. I don't think he's the reason the Bengals
Whoa,
are in the
whoa,
Super Bowl
whoa,
at
whoa,
all.
whoa, whoa,
Who's
whoa.
going out-
Who the hell is making him out to be a good coach?
I mean,
No, that's wrong. That's wrong.
I don't think he's a great coach. I think he's an okay coach. I don't even think he's a good coach. I think he's an okay coach.
I think he's showing a lot of people this year that he's legit.
I don't.
You're just-
I
you're just taking his-
don't think the game script is that impressive. A lot of plays are broken plays. A lot of them.
Really?
A lot of them.
I
Are
mean,
just, a lot of them are
come
just
on.
find Jamar Chase deep. A lot of plays are broken with Zach Taylor, and the run game's never been impressive.
The only thing
with
you're
him.
taking account. The only thing you're taking into account is that 2-win season, which is completely fair.
No, because I'm not even. I gotta be honest. I haven't been impressed with the play calling this season out of Cincinnati either.
See,
Dude.
that
He
doesn't
did.
make sense to me.
Jack did say that.
It doesn't make sense
I
to
don't
me.
Why is he average?
I think
he's
he's
shown
average.
to be above average this year.
I understand
Above
that
average
Jamar
coach.
Chase does
No.
get a
He's
lot
in
of...
he's at the Super Bowl.
No.
Right, but I don't think
Joe
he's the
Burrow,
reason for
Jamar-
them being in
I
the
mean,
Super
you
Bowl.
could give a lot of teams Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and they'd be a lot better. Hugh Jackson would probably like 6 wins.
No.
No.
Well, that's-
Hugh
maybe,
Jackson will
maybe.
always lose games.
Hugh Jackson
No.
would win 3 or 4 win
No.
games with that roster.
It is Hugh.
Look, here's the
I
thing
think
about
all-
the Bengals, and what's honestly more important: their first round pick and their 5th round pick, Jamar Chase and Evan McPherson. The Bengals do not make the Super Bowl if they miss on either of those picks.
Who do you think was involved in making those picks?
Well, Joe Burrow himself said that he was the reason.
Who was involved in making those picks?
You don't
Who's
think
involved
there's
in
other
taking
kickers?
Joe Burrow?
Wait a minute. You don't think there's other kickers in the league that would make that kick?
No, but who would the Bengals have
McPherson's
had if it wasn't McPherson?
McPherson's literally their kicker for the next 15 years.
McPherson is like the next
No,
Justin
you
Tucker of the
can't.
AFC North.
No, you can tell with kickers. He could be a bum next year. You never know.
McPherson.
I need
There's something about him.
I
There's something
know.
about him.
I know. I need 2 to 3 more.
I hate
years.
to say this, but the AFC North just got another 15 years of a Justin Tucker type kicker.
I agree. I actually agree with that.
Justin-
Did we just compare Evan McPherson in his first year to the second greatest kicker?
I think he could be. I think he could be.
I mean, come on, look at Evan McPherson.
He's so he's made some really big kicks.
Walks onto the field against the Titans. We're going to the AFC Championship game. Before he kicks it, same thing in the Super Bowl.
Kicking is confidence.
It's unbelievable.
I agree with that.
Kicking is confidence.
I agree with that, but same thing. Evan McPherson hasn't been to the Super Bowl.
No, you're right.
The kick to go to the Super Bowl, Carter.
You're completely right. But just
It's
I don't
premature.
know,
to
just
call.
from what
It's
I've
premature to
maybe.
put him on the Mount Rushmore of kickers.
Yeah,
No one
I'm
did
just
that.
saying he could be. He could be. He has a chance.
There's a
He's been
good
money.
possibility.
I would like. We'll go to the next game after this, but I want to talk about just one play. So the Bengals are trying to basically just run for a couple more yards, get in really good field goal range to kick the game-winning field goal. And Mixon's on a run, and he goes down off contact by his own player. So it's not down by contact; he wasn't hit by another player.
Was this the play in overtime?
Yes.
Oh, my dad and I were talking about
And
this.
he gets up and he throws the ball down to celebrate, and the Chiefs player jumps onto it,
That's a fumble.
and it should have been a fumble. And the Chiefs the coach was trying to get the ref's attention. Meanwhile, the announcers, I love Romo and Nance, but oh my God, they were awful. They thought they wanted an illegal formation, and they wanted that challenged. We're not morons. We know they can't challenge an illegal formation.
Right.
What we wanted to see was the fumble, yet a multi-billion worth CBS couldn't understand that it was the fumble that everyone wanted to see, and honestly, it should have been the Chiefs' ball.
So, Jake, I'm really glad you picked up on that because my dad and I were watching that live, and when that happened, that was my first initial thought. Because I told my dad, I was like, I think this is going to go to the booth for a possible fumble. Because Mixon went down, and no one touched him other than his own player.
Yeah.
And then, he throws the ball. And then, Mixon or Romo and Nance are just going ballistic. Yeah,
I don't think they knew.
What? How do you not know that, though? This is the biggest play in the game so far.
I know Romo definitely didn't know, but
I love Tony, but just sometimes he's got no clue.
no, he was.
But no, I wish they would have. I'm glad they didn't overturn because I'm glad the Bengals won. I'm a Bengals guy because my dad. But it looked like Mixon went down, wasn't touched.
Take off the hat. take it off.
That's fair.
Take it off right now.
I like this hat.
Take it off.
No, I'm wearing this hat
I'm a Bengals guy. Take it off.
because of my dad.
No, you can.
I can be a Bengals guy because of my dad. They've been to the Super Bowl in 30-something years. Anyways, that play should have went to the booth, and honestly, it probably could have been Kansas City ball. They should have let that play
I
out.
think it should have been Kansas City ball.
Well, it mattered. Patrick Mahomes was suffering from Baker Mayfield disease in the second half.
Every episode with you, it's always Baker Mayfield's fault. Every episode.
I'd say it was
You
Baker
knew exactly what you were
Mayfield's
doing.
fault. Oh,
Exactly. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Didn't you?
That was like a self-value right there.
That was terrible. I got blocked off the glass. Every
By who?
episode. We could do an MMA episode and you would blame Baker for it.
Yeah,
No, I wouldn't.
I would. Thoughts on Jimmy G coming to Cleveland? Possibly.
The reports are the Niners want a second-round pick or a third and a
Should
player.
we go to that game? Should we go to that game? Should we
Perfect.
transfer
I'd give it away.
to the 49ers Rams game?
Is there anything else to talk about since he...
Well, he
I'm
just
good.
started talking about Jimmy G, and that had to do with that game. So,
Oh yeah, we can go to that
All right,
game.
Niners Rams.
anyone got any?
Extremely
opening
disappointing.
Yeah, Jake, you take it away.
You got it.
Jimmy G, or as Skip Bayless likes to call him, Jimmy Gag. Gagged that game away at the end. Oh God. They were up 2 scores, right? Was
17-7
17-7?
after the Kittle touchdown.
Yep, fourth quarter.
What's the one dude's name? Jaquishi?
Jaqueski Tart.
Jaqueski Tart.
Jaqueski Tart.
Pop-Tart.
Sorry.
Jaqueski Pop-Tart.
Jaqueski Tart. Jaqueski Pop-Tart. My God. I don't understand how you're a professional and your job is just to catch footballs. And it's right in his hands, and all he
come
had
on,
to do,
Jaquisi.
there's no one near him. Two hands, all Jaquisi Pop-Tart had to do was just catch that ball with the two hands.
I feel bad for him.
And instead, we get a cocky Odell thinking he did everything, trying to celebrate as he is the reason the Rams won. No, shut up. You know, this just pisses me off. I actually love the Rams, and I would love to root for them because I'm a big Matthew Stafford guy. It's only because Odell. It's the only reason I hate the Rams is because of Odell
Odell
Beckham.
was not celebrating because he thought he did it all. He was celebrating because his team is going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but every social media
Odell-
post you saw,
Yeah,
it was
it's such an ego
Odell's in
thing.
the Super Bowl. When
Exactly.
they put up the
It's
Super
never
Bowl
Stafford.
graphic,
It's just all about Odell. Because
When
whenever
they-
Odell
look,
goes,
when
the
they
attention goes.
when they
Shut
put
up, Smith. You know
when
exactly
they
what I'm
put up the
talking
Super Bowl graphic was Joe Burrow and Odell Beckham Jr. Odell's been there for 8 games.
I don't know why.
I'd love to because it
Why?
should be
Because of the
Stafford.
drama and the moron throwing the football in Cleveland. That is why.
That's not why. Why is
Really
Odell the
why?
Super Bowl promo?
He's
It
the
should be
drama in
Stafford.
Cleveland. No, you actually can't say that.
No,
You,
it should be- it should
no,
be
hold
Cooper
on,
Kupp.
shut up.
It should be
You,
Cooper Kupp
you
right
can
now.
blame Baker about his bad throw and bad throws and not being a good quarterback, but you cannot blame for the drama. That's completely on Odell. The Baker Odell
His
thing is
dad.
completely
That's
on
on his
Odell.
dad.
No, and
Stop
Odell.
it, Hunter.
Someone-
Stop
someone-
it.
What about Odell
Stop
saying,
it.
"Come
He
get
had
me"?
it. Look what
He
he's
said,
doing.
"Come
Look
get me.
what he's doing
Come
out of
get me" to
Cleveland.
all the different players.
Look what he's doing out of Cleveland.
Come get me.
This was his best game of his career by far, and it was in the best
By
game.
far. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
no, it wasn't his best game.
It's not even
I'm-
close.
It was his most meaningful.
Most
game.
Odell
meaningful.
Odell played well.
You're right. My bad.
He's playing well in a great system, being the third best receiver on the team, which is good for him. Actually, no, I'll elevate to
Third.
second best. I'll elevate him to second best now.
Yeah,
He's actually been
second.
playing well
He's
recently.
second.
But he's such an awful person. You have to admit it. He's an awful guy. He's an awful teammate. He is.
He's an awful teammate when things go south.
He's like
He's
Terrell
exactly.
Owens. He's like
That's the
Terrell
worst.
Owens.
That's the worst type of team.
He's
That's
like
the
Terrell
worst
Owens.
type of
He's a
teammate.
diva.
Yeah, I mean he's a diva.
No, but Terrell's a winner. Odell's not a winner.
Odell might be a
No,
winner in a
no,
while.
because he joined the
Actually-
team late. Let him be a full year of the season. Let him just a little bit of turmoil. Just give him a little bit of
just
turmoil.
had 9
He will
receptions
fold
for
like a
100
chair.
You are right.
He will fold like a
You
chair.
are right on that.
He
I
has
mean-
to be in the perfect scenario for
Okay,
things
but
to
to
work.
say he's not a part of this team is false.
Huh?
You say he's washed is false.
He's been there for half a season.
It doesn't matter. He
Jack,
just had 9
stop.
receptions for 113 yards.
Without him, I don't think they win this game. Who steps
they
up?
don't.
Van Jefferson is not.
They could have got someone else.
Kendall Blanton?
Sure.
No, shut up.
Sure.
Shut up.
Literally anyone but Odell. You know how nice it would have been? This is just from my perspective. You know how nice it would have been?
Anyone Odell when he defends Baker. Like,
No, I know, but Baker's still quarterback of the Browns.
Let me just
and
put
you
this
have
from
to.
let me just put this from an NFL fan's perspective or from a Cleveland Browns fan perspective.
No, NFL fan.
That's fine. It sucks that the Rams are in the Super Bowl because here's why. We were so close to not having Jackson Mahomes and Odell Beckham Jr. We were so close.
What is wrong with Odell? A lot of the league likes Odell.
That's not true. Not the
Jack.
fans. Fans hate Odell.
That is not true.
It's absolutely true.
Look at the comments. Go to like an ESPN post about Odell. Everyone's like,
That's
thank
what
God,
makes me
thank
so
God he got
mad.
out of Cleveland. Oh my God. Everyone,
Yeah, 'cause
That's the exact thing that makes me so angry. Because the reason Odell didn't work in Cleveland was a lot of reasons, but a good part was him.
that's fair.
Sure.
That's absolutely fair.
And that's why I was saying. That's why I didn't want Odell to do well. Because you know the whole storm.
that's
Odell's
fine.
free.
fine,
Odell's
and that's
free.
fine.
That's
But,
he's
to
a
say,
bum.
but
He's
Jack
such
saying
a
that he's washed.
When did
And
I
they
say
just
that?
Jake
Jack?
said that. Jake said that. Jake said he's washed. Jake said he was washed a couple weeks ago.
He's washed compared to what he once was. Yes,
That's fair.
it's
That's
a fair
fair.
statement.
I mean, yeah, because he got older. And then he went to Baker.
He tore his ACL.
Also was injured.
That was the best thing to happen to Cleveland.
Oh my God, you're sick. You are sick.
You are pathetic for that.
You are
You're
pathetic.
I mean it with my whole heart. That was the best thing to happen to
The
Cleveland that
statement you
year.
just made is, the statement you just
Fake
made is
rock.
literally
Take the
wrong.
hat off. Take it off.
The statement you just made is literally wrong.
How's it wrong?
85% of the league, not take out Cleveland. A lot of people like Odell. No, you can't say that. You cannot say
There's
that.
drama with him everywhere. The only reason there hasn't been drama is there's been no turmoil in LA. It's all been just sunflower, daisies, and rainbows. There's
You want to
been
know why?
nothing going
You want to know
on
why?
there.
Because he has a good quarterback.
No, it's
It's
because he has a
weird.
I agree with
perfect
that.
system.
Well,
Correct.
It's both.
Yes, he does.
His head
have a
coach is
perfect
Sean
system.
McVay. He's gonna be the youngest coach ever to go to 2 Super Bowls.
And Sean McVay ran the routes to get him open, right?
Oh my gosh.
Like, I'm so sick of you making this argument
Yeah, Jack,
over and
it's kinda
over and
bad.
Can we,
over and
can we
over
get to the
again.
game? Let's just get to the game.
All right, game.
Let's get to the game.
Game.
Well, actually, I want to finish I never have to finish my soliloquy because other people started talking. Or I maybe just got off track. I don't know. But, yeah, soon we'll get this recorded. I'll be getting hit by. Do we have an official? His what?
He's 6'3". He told me 265 pounds.
6'3", 265. This is new to me. He boxes twice a week. I did not know that going into this, so that should be fun. Thanks to the Squishy Pop-Tart, but yeah.
He said he was going to hit you hard enough, not to hurt you, but to hurt you.
So
That was the words he told
basically
me.
what he's saying is he doesn't want to cause you liver failure.
As long as there's no
sore.
internal damage, it'll be fine.
Okay.
But it's like
You just
it's
gotta
like being on death row. The closer we get to the date, just the more jittery I
Death
become.
row.
It is like death row.
You definitely forgot about it, Pesco, what it is. Like, just, like, slowly.
Well, yeah, and that's the worst thing, because then I'll remember it, and then it's like, oh, God. And then you get the shivers a little bit. You get the little stomach pain already, just getting ready for it, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Should we do the actual game itself? Because actually, it was a pretty good game.
In the second half,
I would
first
actually-
half
it
was,
was
so,
entertaining.
was a snooze fest.
I would say the past 2 weeks of playoff football was
Very elite.
we've been blessed.
One of the best we've seen in a while.
Absolutely blessed.
Yeah, I agree. It's been phenomenal. Like, last week was legit one of the divisional rounds were unbelievable. And these games were really good, too.
They were
were all
solid.
one-score games, overtime for the Chiefs-Bengals game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad it's Stafford Burrow.
I have a question.
I don't know why.
To
It just
start this game
seems
off.
right.
I love your
So
questions.
I've
Carter.
been seeing a lot on TikTok, which if you don't follow us on TikTok, frenemies.pod. A lot of people saying that Matthew Stafford is an average quarterback who is having a good year, and that we should judge him on his success in Detroit, and not on the Rams.
That's the most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my life.
Who is saying that?
I never.
No, I've seen that.
What TikTok accounts do you follow?
I've seen some of that.
Stop following those
Because
TikTok
everyone's
accounts.
everyone's just
They're
saying
on my For You page.
everyone's just saying Stafford's in a phenomenal system. He's not good, which he is.
I mean, he is in a phenomenal system, but Stafford's also a great quarterback.
Yes, I agree.
Like there was a lot of people saying he has to play well, he has to play at this level or better next year for them to have him as one of their top rated quarterbacks.
Okay, so you can make the system argument. So you look at Jared Goff and Stafford. Stafford looked much better in the system than Goff did. They both made it to the Super Bowl, but you can just see Stafford's better in it. And then go to them. So you look at how they look to play with the Rams. Now go back to how they look to play in Detroit. At least Matthew Stafford made the Detroit Lions watchable and somewhat entertaining and somewhat winning. They could somewhat win 6 or 7 games. Jared Goff, how many games did they win? 2?
2.
1, 2?
You know, Jared
So I
Goff's
think
like
it just shows just how beyond. And Jared Goff's probably an average quarterback.
he's 2-12
So
without
he's-
McVay.
Stafford is much beyond average. Just looking at that.
And to be fair to both quarterbacks, obviously the Browns have been a joke, but
We're always a joke.
I'm not saying this year. I'm just saying in the
Quarterbacks
past,
in general, yeah.
since our return to Cleveland. But Detroit's been one of the few.
They're almost equally as worse.
Yeah. What Hunter just said.
They've
I
been
mean,
really
outside
bad.
of Calvin Johnson and Matthew Stafford, name one right decision they've made since Barry Sanders.
And talk about
Jake
and
Cotterell
you
was
can
okay.
legit do all 3 of their franchises: basketball, football, and the NFL. Or
Okay.
Basketball, football, and the NFL. That makes
baseball.
sense.
Baseball. Sorry,
Baseball.
it's
There
it's 1 in the morning. I'm sorry.
Basketball.
Well, no, they're the Tigers.
Basketball.
They
Tigers
made the
are
World Series.
terrible.
They made the World Series like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
No,
Did
Tigers
Yeah,
suck.
but
the Tigers win the?
No, they lost 4-1 to the
Tigers are
Giants.
good. No, Tigers are good. They're poverty franchise.
No one wants to live in Detroit, play in Detroit, fly through Detroit,
Pistons-
drive through Detroit.
I-
Okay.
We don't need to
no,
go.
No,
here. We don't need to go
no,
here,
we don't.
but
Just we
this
don't.
is just for
Let's not take
future-
a. Let's not take a.
It's in
The
Michigan.
Pistons are a
State.
top
fine.
7
It's
franchise
awful
of all
state.
time. The Pistons are a top 7 franchise of all time, but that's completely regardless of this episode.
Top 7.
Okay,
really?
no, that's wrong.
But we just need to move on. Yes, they are.
No.
not true.
Maybe. Let me think.
Okay, while you're thinking, we're going to go back to the NFL. 'cause we're on the
Oh
wrong
yeah.
sport
Are we going
at
back to the
moment.
game?
But that's my question: is Stafford elite? I think he's elite. Like I don't know if he's elite as like the Allen
Elite
Mahomes
just-
level.
What's elite?
Can we rather?
He's
Can
top
we do
10.
tiers instead?
Oh, he's
Well, he's definitely
by
top
far
10.
Top 10.
He's definitely top 8.
Yeah, we need tiers. Let's do tiers. Mahomes.
So
Rodgers.
what's the Mahomes, Rodgers, Allen tier?
No, Allen's not in that tier. Mahomes and Rodgers. Allen's 2. Allen's tier 2. Mahomes and Rodgers.
How on earth do you think the Pistons are top 7? Sorry, there's no
Shut up.
way.
Let's have a sport. Who?
Oh, Jack, I agree.
Okay, Lakers,
Celtics.
Celtics, Bulls,
Okay.
Warriors, Spurs, Sixers.
Yep.
Oh, there's a team I'm forgetting. Hold on, let me think again. What team? Lakers,
What?
Lakers,
I enjoy this.
Celtics,
The Sixers? You're gonna put this? No.
Yes. Lakers, Sixers, Bulls, Spurs.
NFL episode.
Bulls, Spurs. We had what other team? Warriors.
Good.
Did I say Lakers and Celtics?
Yes, Jack. You're right. You know why you're running out of answers? Because they're top 7.
No, it's because I legit just can't think of NBA teams right now.
And the Sixers are
Oh
ahead of
my
the
God.
Pistons.
No, we're
The-
done.
the
We're
Bucks
done.
are better.
Shut
The
up.
Bucks have
Shut up.
Kareem
We're
Abdul-Jabbar and
done.
Oscar
We're
Robertson.
done.
The Bucks
We're
should be
done.
above them.
We're done. NFL. Carter, get up. No, we're not falling on an NBA question on NFL episode.
We should do this episode later because that's just idiotic.
I agree. We should do an NBA episode.
Where did Carter go?
Carter,
I just need a moment.
Jack, you're right on this, by the way.
what was this question?
I forget.
What was
what were we
no,
talking
what was
about?
This is our top 7 franchise, damn it. Sit down. It's NBA episode.
Anyway,
I don't know what we're
I
talking
felt like the
about
Rams
anymore.
dominated this game.
What?
Well, no, okay,
What the
stop.
hell?
For like 3 quarters.
Are you
they did.
drunk?
For 3 quarters, they dominated the 4th quarter.
Was it not 17-7? Were we watching the
What
same
game did you watch? I'm sorry, my voice is going. So I'm just shocked.
It was
I mean, they just had
17-7.
120 more total yards.
It was
100
17
I know,
to
but
7.
No, Carter,
Like, it was just
wrong.
weird.
If Daquishi Pop-Tart catches the ball,
They win the
they
game.
win the game. Yep.
I just felt like they just didn't finish drives.
I can't believe that.
So the 4th quarter. I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm
I'm
just saying,
so
throughout
confused.
the game, I don't think the Rams finished drives well.
So what quarters did
Well,
the
that's
Niners
on them.
win?
But no one
If you're
finished
saying
the
the
drive
Rams won
well.
the
Who
I mean,
freaking who?
you're
know,
playing
I'm just
the
saying,
best
I don't
team in
think
your
they're finished.
conference.
Carter, me
It's
I
the
don't
AFC
think you're
Championship
not
game,
100%
NFC
today.
Championship game.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm not.
In the AFC, NFC Championship games, obviously it's going to be kind of low scoring, defensive battles, game plans. I mean, it's not really, I don't think, a fair statement. Yes, they didn't finish drives, but it's not going to be the Rams that score 42 points.
Do you think the Niners go with Jimmy G or Trey Lance next year?
Trey Lance.
Trey
by far.
Lance.
They're trading Jimmy G. Should they do it? I don't know.
I would stick with Jimmy G.
I think I'd
But
personally
here's
do
the
too.
thing now. So everyone knows they're going to want to trade Jimmy G, so he has no value.
No, his value is a 2nd-round pick or a 3rd and a player.
I know. I don't think they're going to be able to get that.
That they'll get that.
No, everyone knows that they'll just wait.
No, they'll get that.
If you're
Everyone's
smart-
going to wait.
If you're smart, you'll wait.
If
A
you're smart, you
team-
wait because you know they're
Hey,
going to
just
want
on a complete side note, real quick. The Detroit Pistons do have the 6th most championships of all time of any franchise.
Oh my God.
Continuing on, you guys were saying.
You make it so hard sometimes.
I make okay. Continue.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Jimmy
you,
G.
you two idiots are awful.
Jimmy
today.
G.
Oh yeah, 2nd-round pick, 3rd round into players. The report that came out today. But there's also from Schefter. Beware with Schefter now because after his
Kind of bad
Okay, he was
recently.
right. No, Schefter was ended up being right. He's just early on it. Calm down.
Oh,
the
the Brady?
Calm down the Schefter hate. He's fine.
Yeah. No, he's normally right.
normally.
That'd be a dream job. You know, he does none of the work. He has all of his other guys just send the
He's a
text.
network.
This happened.
He
Then he gets to break it.
Just gets a text.
Awesome for him.
That'd be a phenomenal job. I'd love that. Not you. You'd spell something wrong.
I would.
We do apologize for any misspelled TikTok. It's on
It's
Carter.
all-
If anyone's wondering
it's
who it is, it's on
100% me.
100% on Carter. Thank you.
Yes, that's on me.
Who would you rather have, Trey Lance or Jimmy G? Next year.
Next year, if I want,
And the exact same system.
Yeah.
depends how
Jimmy
Trey Lance.
Garoppolo.
Depends how Trey Lance develops.
I completely agree.
Garoppolo or Lance?
Garoppolo's a winner.
I agree. He
Like,
wins
I don't
wherever he
think
goes.
he's good. I don't really get it. Like, I really don't think
just
he's good.
wins.
But he wins. Yes, he wins.
And his players like him too on his own team.
I think it's just with. There's a lot of young players on
They were
the
legit,
49ers, so they're trying to like. Jimmy G is kind of an older guy.
They were one interception away from making the Super Bowl.
I know.
Can I give you a
I
weird
mean, how do
comparison?
you not go back to your quarterback that you have?
That's what I'm saying. And you spent like 2 first-round picks to move up to get Trey Lance. Can I give you a weird comparison? Who Jimmy Garoppolo kind of reminds me of? And this is a really weird comparison. But Nick Mullins.
Like,
I mean this in a
That's
really
a-
weird way.
as a
Because they both have shorter dropbacks than usual. And
As a
they're-
player?
Yeah. And they're not like electric players. They're not electric quarterbacks.
See a hip.
Like they don't move around the pocket. They don't have the sidearm throws. They're just very short, quick, and out. And when Nick Mullins plays, he does the same thing.
I'm really
Alright.
trying to see where you're coming from here.
Because
Nick
another
Mullins
thing,
backed up Jimmy G, didn't he?
right, same system. And Jimmy Garoppolo, he has like this high winning percentage, right? And then Nick Mullins is like the 3rd fastest player of all time to 4,000 passing yards.
Okay. So let's all take a breath here.
I don't think
Honestly-
that's that outlandish. I'm not comparing their accolades. I'm just comparing their style of play. I think
I
it's
would
similar.
have. If that was so outrageous, I couldn't even react to it. Carter's currently outside.
I really don't think it's that outrageous. I just think their style of play is similar.
I usually am very animated during these, but that was just so out of,
I couldn't
out
process
of left
it.
field. I couldn't process it either.
I really
know-
was not thinking Nick Mullins. I actually had a player in my head that I thought you were gonna say, and it's completely
Well,
gone
who?
now.
I'm interested.
No, I don't remember.
I just you're comparing
I apologize.
a person that was signed
I
was not
apologize.
the practice squad
Browns
for the
practice
Browns,
squad,
Browns
yes.
practice squad, to a quarterback that's been to a Super Bowl and
I
has carried his team
apologize.
multiple
Again,
times in the playoffs. Done well.
I'm not comparing their accolades at all. I'm
Yeah,
just
but you're saying they're similar players.
similar play style. Yes, shorter dropbacks, quick out. They don't go deep like ever.
If you put Nick Mullins on this team,
What are we
they don't make
talking
the
about,
playoffs.
I agree.
What? The hell?
I'm not saying Nick Mullins is a great player. I'm just saying for whatever odd reason, and there's probably no reason for me saying this, they just remind me of each other.
I was. Oh yeah, I was. Thinking,
I'm just confused.
I think I had Tony Romo in my head, like play style wise. But
No, because Tony had more of a rocket arm and was a little
Romo
more
was a
mobile.
little bit.
A little more mobile.
Romo's definitely better.
Yeah, by far. I'm sorry. It's one in the morning. For whatever reason, I felt like I had to say that. They just remind me of each other.
So you're wrong.
I don't think I am.
No, you know you're wrong too.
I'm not saying their like accolades are similar at all. Just their style of play is a little similar.
Jackson, you've already said that to me before. And you're still wrong.
It's just like a tick.
If they had similar play styles, Nick Mullins would be a starter or at least a backup, not a third string quarterback
I don't disagree.
that wasn't getting signed during a COVID year until the Browns in like week 12.
I think Jimmy Garoppolo is just so exceptionally better at that style of play than Nick Mullins is.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Just go on to the next thing. I'm sorry.
No, you are. You should be sorry. You should be sorry because why are we talking about Nick Mullins?
Why no one listens to us? Say shit like this.
God.
This is just a side note.
Carter, what were you gonna say?
We're trying to monetize episodes, and you just let them
What
fly.
she's telling me, Nick Mullins is similar to Jimmy Garoppolo. What the hell do you want me to do? Oh yeah, Jack, you're right. I completely agree with that one. My God. All right, you had a point. You were gonna say something.
Yeah,
Before all
Curse,
this?
something's on your
No,
mind.
when you walked.
Oh,
back in.
I was just saying I apologize.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
apologize on behalf of Frenemies Sports.
oh
Rebranded.
should we do it? Yeah. So we do have two logos. If you haven't noticed, that the one on the screen, Frenemies Sports. That's our actual one, because we learned there's another Frenemies account that is taken down, but just on the off chance we get in trouble with whatever brand that they
Just not
own.
with it.
Yeah, it's just now. So we're Frenemies Sports now, if that makes sense.
But anyway,
Carter,
we
any
just
further
apologize on the on that.
Okay.
And I'm sorry for what
Yeah.
you just listened to.
Should we end on that?
Nick Mullins. He said I was thinking like maybe Joe Flacco.
Flacco, that's a good one.
Maybe
I like Flacco.
I really like
Maybe.
Flacco.
But Flacco and Garoppolo are a lot better than Nick Mullins.
And I think that accuser.
Boy, are you a genius.
I'm honestly so confused. I don't know how to react. I don't know what we're talking about here. What are you arguing?
I'm not arguing. It's just I don't know why that just stuck with me. Because I was watching a video and like they look very similar.
They
I've-
look
I've-
similar.
No, like their
these
style of
guys?
play. Their
No,
style.
I have
Of
Jimmy
one- I
G's
have one
like
more
extremely
question.
handsome male. Nick Mullins is not.
I have
there.
one more question before we end it. If you're Aaron Rodgers, do you want to go to the 49ers? Is that
Yes,
what you wanna do?
absolutely. You kidding me? That offensive
And
line.
if he
And he's
goes
from
there,
that
and if he
area,
goes
yeah.
there, are they Super Bowl
If Aaron
contenders?
Rodgers
Yes,
goes to
they're
the
Super Bowl
if Aaron
favorites.
Rodgers goes to the 49ers, he wins at least 2 to 3 Super Bowls.
Can you imagine Aaron Rodgers, Debo Samuel, Brandon
2
Ayuk,
to
George
3?
Kittle, Trent Williams is
to
starting left
3?
tackle, and then he's got a top 3 defense in the league, plus Kyle Shanahan
Warner and
and
Mercy, yeah.
Oh my
and
God.
John Lynch as your GM.
Aaron
That's a
Rodgers-
match made in
Aaron
heaven.
Rodgers,
2 to
Brandon Ayuk,
3?
No, he wins. Say Rodgers has another 5 years, like good 5 years.
He probably
Before he
could.
No.
retires.
Maybe
Wrong.
3 good years. 3 good years left.
I
in
think he
him.
wins the Super Bowl too.
I don't think his heart's in football anymore.
What is
I think he's done.
You think he has a better chance of being the next Jeopardy host or winning a Super Bowl?
Jeopardy host.
Super Bowl.
Easy that's easy.
Super Bowl.
It's Jeopardy host.
I think Super Bowl.
'Cause
He's
I feel
so
like-
out of it.
I feel like if I were a betting man, I think he goes to Denver. But
Oh, that's
I think
disgusting.
I think that's such a smokescreen. I don't understand what the Denver correlation is.
a lot of young talent, receiver wise.
Yeah.
They have a really good
Okay,
defense.
yeah, but
What's the point of that? He's only playing 2 to 3 more years.
You need
he's
the
gonna
best
live
talent,
his
not young
luxurious
talent.
fashion life.
you think he stays in Green Bay?
I don't know.
He might go to Tampa.
I think he's just done.
Could you imagine he follows up Rodgers or follows up Brady?
What if Adams went to Tampa with?
Adams will follow.
Well, yeah, because Chris
Oh
Godwin.
my God!
Chris Godwin.
Imagine Adams in
my
San Francisco.
If Adams leaves and if Adams goes to Tampa, that means Godwin's out.
Imagine knowing you play Sunday, and on one side of the field you have to guard Devontae Adams, and on the other side you have to guard Deebo Samuel.
I know.
Can we shout out Deebo Samuel though?
He's been
Yeah.
phenomenal.
And then
so
not to
good.
mention
Awesome.
George Kittle.
Everyone forgot about the injury too. Everyone really forgot about Deebo Samuel.
And Brent Ayuk didn't even play that bad.
he picked it up at the end of the
been
season.
better.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot better.
And if Trey
A lot
Sermon
this year.
some just figures it out,
They don't even need Sermon. Elijah Mitchell's
No.
a stud.
that's true.
They really don't.
Could
need
you imagine
Sermon.
if San Francisco had like a Nick Chubb or a Jonathan Taylor, like a rookie running back, like a rookie contract running back like that?
They do? I think they could.
Who?
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I think
He's not gonna be
Elijah.
on that
I think
level.
Elijah Mitchell and Trey Sermon could be a phenomenal 1-2 punch.
Oh
Yeah,
no, okay, that's fair.
fair.
But like I'm saying,
That's
like,
fair.
could you imagine them with a Nick Chubb or a
Yeah,
Jonathan
yeah.
Taylor, like a running back like that on a rookie deal?
They're not missing much. Maybe get rid of Pop Tart and their wing.
Gosh, get rid of Pop Tart.
He's actually really good too.
No, he's not.
That's
Trade him, cut him.
He's
I
good.
feel so
Cut
bad
'em.
for people that have that play. Like they're defined by that.
I feel
play,
bad for
so-
Oh,
Jake.
yeah.
They
Jake's
are.
getting punched by a
Yeah,
D1
I don't care
defensive
about.
lineman.
He's
because of Pop
fine.
Tart.
He's in Hawaii right now, enjoying himself. He'll be fine. Oh, I wanted last point before we end the episode. I'm extremely depressed as a Browns fan.
Oh,
I think
so
to lose
am I.
the Super Bowl.
I don't.
All right, so yeah, I think we'll start with the Rams.
It's a lose. It's
the
a
Rams
lose kind
purely
of lose.
based off of my hatred for Odell, which is I think is fair.
Yeah.
So that's one.
Yes.
On the other side, you have the Bengals.
Oh, God.
They're in the Super Bowl right now and have a good chance of winning it. And the Browns could easily be the Bengals. They could.
They could have.
The Browns' talent, I would say, is probably better than the Bengals.
Overall,
Yeah.
Last year, the Browns in the playoffs, they were
Yeah.
very close to
Pause,
making that
pause,
Cinderella
pause.
run. What, Jackson? Can I have my moment?
Well,
What do you mean pause?
Are you saying
What
this
pause
year
would you
the
like?
Browns have more talent than the Bengals?
I'm just
Yes.
saying, looking at the roster, yes.
By far.
No.
Okay. I want you.
Stop.
So-
Jack, what?
We
No,
can't
what?
entertain that.
Okay, so we get to entertain
Bengals have-
Nick Mullins and Jimmy Garoppolo, but we can't entertain the Browns roster is better than the Bengals?
you-
Absolutely, because the
Serious
Bengals' offense is consisted of Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, and T. Higgins.
Okay, wait.
Hold on.
Wait,
And then
no.
on
No.
defense-
Who- wait,
Joe
shut up,
Mixon
shut up,
is
shut
not
up. Hold
better-
on,
is not
time
better
out.
than Nick Chubb.
Shut up. Hold on. We're gonna
No-
walk.
no kidding, but
Shut
Jamar
up,
Chase is
Jackson.
better than
Shut
every
up,
receiver on the
Jackson.
Browns
Shut up,
roster.
Jackson.
Fine.
Shut up,
What you
Jackson.
disagree
Shut
with
up.
at the beginning of
T.
the season?
Higgins is better than probably
You
everyone
stop
but
talking,
Jarvis.
please. We're gonna walk
defense
through.
walks them out
There's
of the water.
sort of for off. We're gonna go through the offense, okay?
I can't. I don't know how much.
Okay.
This takes.
Who's the better O line?
Browns.
Browns by so much. It's basically that's like 2 points for the Browns.
Bengals have the better
because
quarterback
it's by
and
so
receiver.
much.
That's it.
Then Browns have
That's
better
wide
Browns
receiver
literally
one.
have better
O
Wide receiver
line
one. That's it.
and running back.
That is literally it.
No, wide receiver core.
The
I
Be-
take T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd over anyone on the Browns.
I would too.
No.
On the Browns, it's
No.
based into 4 different things.
I would take
So
if you put Jarvis Landry
God, Carter, I would love
and
to
Tyler
speak.
Boyd on the same team with Joe Burrow throwing to them, I'd take Jarvis
Shut up.
Landry. Jarvis Landry with the wide
No.
receiver too.
can I
No,
speak now?
shut
Can I
up.
speak? Okay.
Yeah,
He would.
Jake.
So the offense is breaking into 4 things. All right, so you have quarterback, you have O line, your running backs, and receiving threats.
Right.
Receiving threats and quarterback is better for the Bengals. O line and running back is supremely better than the Bengals.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, that's for the Browns. Those go to the Browns, the other goes to the Bengals. That's split even.
Right.
And you go to the defense. The Browns' defense was top 5 defense this year. By
pretty-
PFF
I'm pretty-
and statistically, you cannot shake your head. They were ranked ahead of the Bengals.
And I'm pretty sure
So
there's
if the
one
Browns are
player
more
on
talented-
the Bengals that starts on the
so
Browns.
the Browns are better
defense.
defensive than the
Henderson.
Bengals.
Trey Henderson.
and the
Yes,
Brown-
or Jesse Bates.
Yeah, sorry, Jake. I'm sorry.
So
We're just helping.
based on that, how could you say that's not even in the question? We can't even talk about the Browns roster
They're-
being
they're
more
better-
talented. Not better right now, more talented.
Because Joe Burrow right now is so exponentially better than Baker Mayfield is, and the Bengals receiving core is legit probably
Right.
top 3 in the NFL.
Did we say
Sure.
just on quarterbacks?
No, I completely
Did we
agree.
say overall roster?
Quarterbacks and receivers, you're probably right on that. That's literally
And
it.
I love Nick Chubb, and he is better than Joe Mixon, but he's not exponentially better than Joe Mixon the way
Nick
he's
Chubb
not.
and
No,
Kareem Hunt
no,
combined
that's fair.
are.
That's
He's
fair.
better.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Like we are not arguing that the
But the
Bengals,
Bengals
the Bengals are better than the Browns. We're literally saying that.
Yeah,
We're just
they
going
have
off
more
based
talent.
off roster talent. No, because you're going off one position as an overall collective roster talent.
Well, on defense, let's look at their defensive line: Trey Hendrickson, Sam Hubbard, DJ Reader, Larry Ogunjobi.
Myles Garrett.
Yeah, Myles Garrett's better than all those guys.
Jadeveon Clowney.
Jadeveon Clowney's good too.
Those two alone top it.
Trey Hendrickson legit had a sack in like every single game this season. Sam Hubbard came on extremely strong in the season. And DJ Reader's one of the
Who's better D-line?
DJ Reader's one of
Who's
the
better
highest rated
D-line?
defensive tackles in the NFL. The Browns had the worst defensive tackle core in the NFL this season.
Would you rather have Myles Garrett or
They did.
Hendrickson?
Malik and McDowell.
Malik McDowell's terrible and is now in jail.
He was not terrible.
Malik McDowell was actually very solid. this
No,
year.
he was terrible. He would
Jake,
have a
Jake,
highlight
that's not
play
true.
here and
Jake,
there. No,
Jake.
Malik McDowell
I don't know
is
what
the
to
worst
do.
rated defensive tackle.
He's been
I like
awful
Malik
today.
McDowell.
Carter, look up Malik McDowell's PFF grade for
I
me.
legit like Malik McDowell.
Look at Malik-
PFF sucks. I hate PFF.
Okay,
No,
so then you
actually
can't use
watching-
it to say. So then you can't use it to say the Browns have a top 5 defense. Then
Then you can't use your argument because you hate PFF too.
that's fine. But then you can't use it to say the Browns have top 5 defense. 'cause
Okay,
that
then
didn't-
statistically, they're still top
did.
5. Boom. There you go.
I don't
Would
think
you like
that-
a cake too?
Name a
statistically top
linebacker on the
5.
Bengals.
Whenever the Browns came up, Jackson, when
Can
they would
you
do the
name a
stats, they
linebacker
always
on the
top
Bengals?
5.
Logan Wilson.
Oh my god, he sucks. There's not. They do not
He had
have
the game-winning interception against the Titans to go to the AFC
Mac Wilson
Championship.
starts. Mac Wilson is a linebacker.
Mac Wilson's
one.
horrendous.
Jackson,
Mac Wilson is
Jackson,
linebacker
we
one
have
of the
you on
Bengals.
record saying that. You've said before that the Bengals linebacking core sucks.
It's terrible. That's fine by
Mine
me.
is Jesse Bates. Their secondary is not good.
Eli Apple's not too shabby.
Eli Apple sucks. He got caught from
Regardless
the
of any of
Giants.
this, you know what hurts
Or
the
traded.
most? Is Joe Burrow is going to terrorize us for the next 15
Yeah,
years.
Burrow's really good.
Burrow's unbelievably good.
Like right now,
that's the best quarterback.
Right
in the
now,
AFC North.
Jack, you can say, "Oh yeah, go Bengals," but like legit for the next like 10 years when
it's gonna be
football
horrible.
season comes around, it's actually gonna be awful.
It's gonna be
That's
horrible.
fine, but like I'll
I
probably.
mean, it's literally like we just got done with Big Ben.
Like
We
we're not
just got done
winning a
with him.
division. We're not winning a division.
Unless,
we will get a
unless,
wild card.
unless there's significant upgrade.
The Browns will get a division in the next few years.
Explain me how.
If the Ravens are dumb enough to give Lamar $45 million or more,
Yeah, I forgot about Lamar.
Lamar's going to have a great season next year, by the way.
he probably will. But that's his last year. That's on his 5th-year contract, and then they're going to have to pay him a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to lose that offensive line. They're going to lose that. They're going to lose pieces on defense. So the Ravens are going to significantly decrease.
Yep.
The Bengals you have to be terrified of for the next 2-3 years.
You
Because
still have
Burrow's
yet
on a
to
rookie
explain
contract.
how they're
T.
gonna-
Higgins on a rookie contract. Joe Mixon's still on a rookie contract.
I know, Jake.
And imagine you get an offensive lineman in free agency or in the draft. The Bengals are going to be horrified. I'm terrified of the Bengals next few
You
years.
just said the Browns are going to get a division title. And
They could in the next 2-3 years. They need luck to go their way. But in the NFL, if you've seen anything, who on earth thought beginning the season would have thought the
You're right
Bengals
on
and the
that.
Rams would have been
You're
the
right
Super
on
Bowl?
that. You're
No one
right
had the
on
Bengals making the playoffs this year.
I did.
Jack.
I had the
Carter,
Bengals.
shut
I had
up.
the Bengals making the playoffs as a low seed. I did not have them making the Super Bowl.
Okay, but no one on this earth thought Bengals in the Super Bowl. No one.
Jack, you make me so angry sometimes. It's just contradictory point after contradictory point. It's just like
Where
you're-
did I contradict
You're
myself?
fighting yourself. We just have to sit here quietly as you just fight yourself in your own mind.
The PFF one was pretty bad.
That was you.
I said I don't like PFF.
Right,
And
so I
you
said
said-
you can't make that
you
argument.
said,
You
look
can't
up
say I don't
Malik-
like PFF and say the Browns have a top 5 defense. And I'm
Did
telling
he
you,
say?
go
Did he
PFF.
say that? Or
You
did
said
Hunter
you
say
did.
that?
You
I
did.
said that. I like PFF.
You
I'm
said,
allowed to say it.
you said look.
But then
look
you
up,
said Malik McDowell. So
No, but you hate PFF.
said
and then
look up-
try to use
you
the
said
PFF
look up
thing.
Malik
Guys,
McDowell.
guys, this is a recap episode. We just need to.
that's true.
I understand, but he's been speaking.
Yeah, I
his
know.
ass today.
I know.
We go from Nick Mullins and Jimmy Garoppolo, and then he's saying we can't even compare the Browns and Bengals roster. We're trying to compare apples and oranges, and he's saying it's like an apple and like a banana. Are we all set?
I'm good.
We're
Yeah.
done.
All right, thanks for
that was a
listening to
fun
our first video podcast. We'll see you later.